Hello everyone, I'm back with a new video on what's in my son's reading basket for this week. So my son is 6 years old and 6.5 actually, and I thought that it's time, to have a regular reading habit to inculcate that in him. He does enjoy reading, but I just wanted to have a more regular structure so that he knows this is his reading time and he gets some reading done every day. So let's get started. The very first book I have right here is Jake's Cash Quest by Ken Spillman. This is from Scholastic. And it's a chapter book about this boy who just, wants to earn money, to get pocket money. He wants to prove it to his dad that he is responsible enough. So, yeah, it's a nice story. And there are quite a few big words here. Like eventually and some other words as well. So I have underlined that and just written the meaning or the synonym in pencil so that when my son is reading it, he won't be reading it all by himself, like I'll be sitting with him, but even then he has the meaning ready for him to see and understand. Then I have Holofields. This is a manga, which means that it reads from right to left. It's in comic form, and this is the first ever comic format or manga format book that we've been reading together. So he is not entirely comfortable reading comics just yet because understanding the speech bubble and the thought bubbles and just correlating that with the illustration. So I'm like slowly easing him into it, and it looks very thick because it's actually a 3-volume set that is in one big book, but that's the complete series, and we have already reached halfway through it. So we've been reading this for the past 2 weeks, and he's been having fun with this book because it has a really different kind of story about this girl who accidentally goes to the school where the teachers are like out to experiment on the kids and stuff like that. So that's the second book. Hopefully we'll complete that this week. Then the third book I have is The Grand Chapati Contest, and this is by Asha Nemia, and this is a full color picture book, not picture book, chapter book, and it's got enough of like reading stuff over here, but the language is very easy, so he can like read it even without my help. So we'll be doing this week as well, and just in case we complete the Holofields book, I think I'll be taking up this one. This is Owly The Way Home. This is again a comic with very less text, so I think this would have been a more appropriate first comic book for him as such, but he was more interested with this story because he saw me reading it, and so once we finish that, hopefully he'll be more inclined to read this. Then I have a book about rainforests. This is the non-fiction category, and again simple enough text that he can read by himself. This is from the Read It Yourself series with Ladybird. This is level 4. So yeah, sorry about that. There's some work going on in my building, and unfortunately I can't turn that sound off. So let's just get on with this video anyway. So the next book I have is 10 Apples Up on Top by Dr. Seuss, and this is again quite colorful, and it has very less text matter, so this he can read by himself. He can do independent reading with it. I don't really need to sit with him, so I will probably let him read that once, like, because I want to limit his screen time because that's what he does a lot these days, and he likes Dr. Seuss books, so he can read that by himself when I'm busy working. Then I have Let's Read series. This is Wendell's Workshop by Chris Rydell, and this is from Macmillan. And this is also a very gorgeous little book. It's got a really nice story that's funny and that has a good, moral to go along with it. And he likes robots like all boys, so I think this would be a good book. And again, it has very less text matter, so yeah, it should be easy for him to finish that. The next book I have here is the story of Prahlad. Now this is the story from Lord Vishnu's Narsimha Avatar. Like this comes from Itihasa or mythology, as people say it. But we love the story. I've told him the story at least 1,000,000 times, and it has all these lovely illustrations on the inside, and the story is written in a very nice way. So this book is actually from ISKCON's publication, but it's out of print, and I managed to find a book, and I had that xeroxed and bound in this way, so that we have this, because I grew up reading it. So I borrowed it from the temple library, and I got this book. So it was a gift from my uncle, and it is a wonderful, wonderful story. So this we'll be reading together, because that's a really fun experience for me as well as for him. Then I have this book that is I Wonder Why series, and this is Spider Spin Webs and Other Questions About Creepy Crawlies. So this is again non-fiction, and it has all of these questions inside with answers, and my son is happy to do this, as a bit of independent reading. So he will sit and flip through it. He would not read the entire book at one go. Like every day he would read maybe 1 or 2 questions from this. So we've done a few, and I think we've done 3 or 4 questions. So there are so many left, so I just added that to the basket, because one by one we can complete them all. Then we have My Picture Talk. I found this very recently when I went for his PTM at the school, and they had this book fair going on, and it has it's like it has a picture, and then there are like sentences and words and stuff that you can read. The child has to read and learn those new words, see the picture, understand what's going on over there, and you can ask them these questions to see how well they understood. So this is a very good example of pre-comprehension kind of thing. So before you start your kids on with comprehension passages, which they've already started in school, I think this is a lot better, trying to get them to understand what the deal is about taking in information and retaining it and understanding what is being told, and then trying to answer questions about that. And they also have tons and tons of new words that they'll learn with the spellings and whatnot, and they also have grammar and everything covered in it in this format. So this is an awesome book. I think if you like it, I'll make a separate video on this, showing you a flip through, and then just talking about how amazing it is in general. Then the last book I have here is Dinosaur Museum. This is again for this independent learning. So yeah, it's a pop-out book with dinosaurs. I will be making a separate review on this book, which I managed to find at a book fair, and I will be listing those links below, so you can take a look at that. So this again he'll be doing as an independent reading activity. And in the end, I just have a notebook here, and I have a sticker book on the inside with some reward stickers, which after he completes each and every book, I give him a sticker for completing it. So this will help me keep a track on what books he's read when, and also it's like a track for him to have an idea of how many books he's read, and he gets a reward based on that. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to my channel for more videos. Bye bye.